Episode 121. Yeah. Anyway, okay, we're just start recording. Anyway, hello. This is another episode of the Mental Threads podcast, episode 121. I am here with Justin Akagha, or Jodye Sage, I think is what it is.
Yeah, Jodye Sage. It's a pleasure to be here with, the Mental Thread podcast.
Yeah.
That's really deep. Like, you're just like knitting so many strands to the mind and expanding ourselves through our mental health. Mental health is really important. So, I think it's really good to be here and have this experience. I've never been in the podcast before, so I'm open for it.
I like how he just like summarized it with the logo and the thing is where I had to. I mean, it wasn't needed, but it's like, thank you. I mean, I guess somebody gets it, but it's like, yeah, so you really do mess with the logo then, basically.
Yeah, I do. I checked out some of your videos. I was like, wow, the mental thread. Like, there's just so much to the mind. There's the pineal gland, the frontal lobe, all these like different parts of the brain, and we always wonder how the mind works,
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's dope.
Yeah, and it's just, just hearing from other people's perspectives and how they think and everything. That's basically like the drive of this podcast and stuff of that nature, getting their perspectives, like, or what their experiences are. That's basically like the groundwork and the foundation work of this very podcast, so to speak. So just how we spoke before you hopped on this podcast, you went through a bit of like an awakening the past couple of years, correct? Having to be sent to Africa and things of that nature. Is that true? Can you describe what your mindset was like before you were sent to Africa?
Well, my mindset was like different. Like, I knew I was going through a spiritual awakening, and like I didn't know what was going on. I was like feeling all these changes, and like my parents was like, wow, like, what's going on with you? Like, you seem different. And yeah, like, I had to I was smoking marijuana, and like it kind of led me to like getting in trouble, and I had to like go back to Nigeria and like I had to go back to my root. I had to like dig deep and like just like really find out like who I am as a person. So I had to cut off friends, and I had a lot of like life changes going on. But Africa was a very good experience. Like, it taught me a lot about like tough love. Like, I learned a lot about tough love and how the way of life of like Nigerians live, and it was a great experience. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So like your experience in Africa was pretty much generally positive.
Yeah, it was very positive. The children, there's something about the children that's very special. Like, they're very disciplined, and they teach you a lot. They're very funny. They like to play games, and they like to joke around with me since I was like American. So, but they're very respectful. They know how to respect their elders. Like, there's a lot of respect for the elderly in Nigeria. And that, I think that goes for like all of Africa. Africans know how to like respect the elderly. They know how to take care of them. And it's just like a different vibe. It's like a whole nother vibe,
Yeah, I had a lot of other people who were Liberian on like my podcast, and they tell me that their experiences with Africa and different from like America is that like everybody knew each other, everybody was like a town basically, and everyone was just kind of connected and stuff of that nature. Would you say it's kind of the same thing with your?
Yeah, there's a lot of connections. Like, everyone knows everybody on the street, and everyone just like is just very friendly, and there's a lot of communication. Like, everyone just is like interconnected with each other, and it's a beautiful thing. Like, you learn a lot about people and how they roll, and you just got to go with the flow with people. And you meet new people, and you create bonds, and you build on bonds. Like, when I went to Africa, like I met like so many people, and like it was just like a lot of love going on. And I'm actually going back to Nigeria next month on the 22nd. Like, I'm going back because my grandfather passed away at 100 years old.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he lived a
sad, but I can't. Oh, that's nice. The grandfather that not on to be like, but
no,
it's like to make it to 100 like a centenarian. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, he lived a long life. Like, I was so surprised, and I'm just want to be there. I just want to be there for his funeral, and just because like I remember before I came back to the States, like I saw him and he was blind and he was in the hospital, and I saw him. He held onto my shoulder very tight, and it was like wow, like he like held on to me. My auntie was telling him that I was in his presence because he didn't know who was in front of him. So like he like held on to me really tight. He didn't let me go, and I was like, wow, like, and who would have known? And he died on the Tuesday, February 22nd of 2022 on a Tuesday, and that was a special day of where like is where the 222 portal opens. So it was just like a calling to him, you know. I feel like it was a big call to him.
Okay, well, that's cool, man. I mean, my grandfather passed also this year too. On Mother's Day, actually, which is crazy. I thought that whole day I had to worry about getting my mom to give. Next thing you know, it's like, so your grandfather passed and everything. I'm like, man, it's crazy. But that's good that you actually got to meet with your grandfather. Like, there's a lot of my grandparents didn't even get to meet before they passed back in Liberia because, you know, it just wasn't set up for us like that to go in and out of the country like that. So it's like, it's good to know that you've been to Africa and you're going back again in a little bit. What are some things you're looking forward to, like when you're going back, and how long will you be going back to Nigeria again?
Well, I'll be in Nigeria for like a month. I'll be there from November 22nd to December 28th.
Okay.
And I'm just looking forward just to like just return to my people and just like celebrate to the year's ending, to the ending of the year. And I'll be there. My birthday is actually on the 23rd of December, so I'll be there with them. And I just want to, you know, enjoy time before I go back to school, and just cherish and like just celebrate and enjoy my time there, you know. I think it will be an amazing experience, you know, and just to refresh my mind. I need to like get out and go to a different environment, you know. It'll be like it's just like mental health, you know, for me.
Okay, yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with trying to revitalize one's mental health. It's just general health. That's also very, very crucial. And stuff of that nature. In regards to like your experiences overall, like in Nigeria, if you were to go to detail, like day to day, from the beginning to the end, like you ain't gotta explain every day to day experience, but just key moments that happened over 10 months. Because 10 months, that's a very, very long time. You're free to go as deep as you want to. From like when you first got there, and then everything that not everything, but like every other thing that kind of happened in between, like key moments that just kind of like, okay, like that was a memorable moment, or that was like a so and so moment, and then just explain like kind of how you changed from like the moment you got there, to the moment that you left and stuff of that nature over that 10 month span. If you can go into detail about that, you're free to do so.
Yeah, the day-to-day life is just like going hanging out with my one friend. His name is Emeka, which means God is well. So
Africans like their names, man.
yeah, a lot of names of Africans. Like my African name is Osinachi, which means from God. So our culture is a lot about like just, you know, praising God, and you know, we're very cultural, and like we show our love to God, and there's just a lot with the culture, and we like, you know, we like to like represent ourselves in a good manner, and that's why Nigeria is like one of the greatest countries in Africa, you know. And yeah, like just the day-to-day life and just like enjoying the food, hanging out with my cousins, playing football or soccer. You can call it soccer, but yeah, like it's a good experience, you know, just to be in a different environment and just to see my cousins really miss me. Like the time that like I left of 2020, like they were crying. I was like so shook. Like they were just crying. I was like, wow, like y'all guys are really crying, and it just showed like how much they loved me. and me being in their presence. So I thought like just the day-to-day life was just like a lot of love, and we played a lot with I played a lot with them. So yeah.
And there wasn't a whole lot of social media interaction during that 10 months, man. Not a whole lot of Wi-Fi here, just kind of just living life day to day.
I mean, I wasn't, well, me personally, I wasn't on. My cousins were on their social media, so I would be like on their like social media and just like hanging out and doing their just they have Snapchat. I still contact them through Snapchat, Instagram, WhatsApp. So I wasn't really on it because I just wanted to like take a mental break. Like I deleted my whole Instagram. I had to start a new one, and and then I had to make another Instagram. So yeah, like it's just been like a change within me.
Okay. Well, I'm glad the experience was very positive, no, because I got a whole lot of cousins and family members back in Liberia myself, and I always think about like reconnecting with them, trying to build relationships with them, and everything. But to know that you only spend like, well, 10 months is pretty long, when you think about it. You can't grow close to people in 10 months and stuff, and to know that you were with these people for 10 months and they established this relationship with their cousins from America to the point where they didn't even want you to leave, and they started to shed tears. That's very wonderful. That's very inspiring to anybody who might have relatives in Africa to gonna go back and stuff of that nature. But in terms of like what your life was like even before you left for Nigeria and stuff of that nature, I know you mentioned that you were like smoking weed and getting into trouble and stuff of that nature, which even I was at a stage like that after high school myself. Like I graduated in 2016 and everything, and I had the same circle of the dumbasses and everything that it's just like, they just weren't good for me and everything.
Yeah.
And all I was doing was smoking weed, and then I was also wrestling with a condition that I had to wrestle with even to this day and stuff of that nature. And then it's just trying to really build the mental toughness and stability to actually work through a lot of that and still get my degree. Like it ain't easy. Like it would take a spiritual awakening and realigning. I feel like for me it was just more separation and isolation from people that weren't good for me and that were toxic, and trying to reconnect with people who were good for me. I feel like that was good for me. Do you feel like, but anyway, in regards to like your development, your spiritual journey, because it all starts with isolation and stuff of that nature, did you have to isolate yourself from a group of people who weren't good for you for an ancient?
Yeah, I had to, like, it was just like, I just feel like my energy was being drained a little bit, and I wasn't really achieving anything with the group. So like, but like my spiritual journey with like, and like through smoking weed, like it was just like it was a good and it was like karma. It was like a yin and a yang, because like I like had mental issues, and I was like down, I was depressed, and like I was sad. But like then like I found who I was, like at that moment. Like I found, I was like, wow, this is who I am. Like I felt great, but like I was still confused. But my spiritual journey, like I grew a lot, because I had to like learn that like I'm trying to explain it, like sorry.
No, it's okay. Take your time. It ain't no problem. If you got a little brain fart here, this is a mental thing. It's all authenticity. I know it's a lot to really process. I guess looking back in time and trying to see the stages and trying to figure things out and stuff of that nature. Like it's all a process. It's just like I understand even being young, being an African kid, kind of born in this like low vibrational realm here in America, and then trying to like really like get yourself established, trying to like work your way to the top, and then trying to like really surround yourself with a circle of people that support you. It's a lot, and there's things that that went on when I was 18, 19 years old. I'm 24 and I still like think about it like to this day, like, man, like why did I have to be around these people? Like why I had to deal with that? Why did I accept that? Why did I have to settle for that, you know? But it's all just a work in progress. And then like it's always like a sense of like what really fuels my ambition really as an individual is that feeling that it's like I'm always working on myself anyway.
Yeah.
And then it's just like to work on oneself, it's just like you always feel like in the back of your mind that there's always something to work on, always something I need to work on, always like something I need to do and challenge myself, like with the whole podcast situation. You're the 121st episode. And I'm trying to hit 150 episodes still. Like even like 120 is like good enough where it's like, okay, you did it like enough. But it's like even in the back of my head, it's like, nah, this isn't enough. I need to get here. And then after that I need to do this. And then after that I need to do this and that and this. I feel like at the same time it's just like I feel like that's the beauty of like spirituality as a sense it always gives you a sense of purpose and always a sense of like you need to get to this point.
Spirituality to me, like spirituality to me was like about like just being content with your life and being satisfied, because like when I was doing music back then, like I was like getting tracks done, I was like being successful with it, and like I was just wasn't satisfied. I was like, why am I not satisfied? And I had to find self-satisfaction, like even at the moments where like you haven't got your degree yet or you haven't completed like certain things, like it's just like you just got to be satisfied with every day, like just being thankful that like you have a place to live, a car to drive, and you have food on the table, like. And that's one thing I had to realize through my spiritual journey, just to have self-acceptance, like just accepting myself and letting myself know that I'm responsible of being happy every day. And that means a lot to me, and I had to learn that the hard way. Even this year, I've been going through it this year, like with my spiritual awakening. Like I've been having a lot of spiritual awakenings, but I just thank God, like I'm still here, you know, and I'm getting back on my feet. I got to go back to school, get my degree in computer science. So yeah.
Yeah, what school do you think about going to?
I'm going to UNC Charlotte. I'm going back to UNC Charlotte. I already completed 2 years, so I got 2 more years left to get my bachelor's degree. Then I might work my way up to get a master's.
You should do whatever you want, man. I would have just said go to an HBCU and kind of see how that kind of work with you. But okay, you know, PWIs, whatever you want to do with it, you know, it's fine. Like, you know, I heard UNCC from another episode of one girl, Jenna posted, said they're the leading, you know, cars, computer science and engineering. Correct? That's UNCC's thing.
Yeah, they are. They have really good programs in engineering and computer science. So my dad really wants me to like focus and like get it done. You know how African parents are. They don't play no games. They want you to go like get it done. But like I think like throughout my experience through college and then me having like multiple spiritual awakenings, like my parents just got like to the point where it's like, you know what, Justin, do what you want to do, because they were like on my ass. Like African parents don't play with education, and I was
especially
like,
Nigerian parents, y'all seem to have like more of a family base. Like you seem more organized on that end, where it's just like, you know, we're all. I guess for my family, they wanted me to be educated, but they didn't really put me in a position really to be like, you know, really put me on that path. I had to put myself on that path, really. That's how I see it. But you know, like
my parents like growing their childhoods wasn't easy in Nigeria, like the Civil War and.
Man, we're Civil War babies too, man. Liberia had it fucked up too.
Yeah, it wasn't easy for them. They had to work in the farm. They had to get up like very early. They had like a lot of. I feel like my parents were mentally scarred, and they had a lot of childhood trauma that they never healed. So just me being born in the United States and having a privileged life is a blessing. And just to know that like I have a lot, you know, I have a lot of people that love me, and just a lot of blessings. So I'm just want to, you know, get the job done, like get school done, start my own family, and give them like the mental health that they need, the mental love, the physical love, all the 5 love languages, and just to show them that like, you know, I'm there for them. And that's what I truly want to do.
Yeah. it's definitely important to be present, man, especially because it ain't gotta be physically present, but even spiritually and emotionally present too. Because I feel like a lot of that, even in my childhood growing up, was kind of like absent and everything. Like, though, my mom's was there, but I feel like she really could have been like, she really could have helped me with a whole lot of things like growing up that I feel like I was going through. Like, I feel like she really could have supported me. I had to go through a lot of issues of being discriminated against at a whole lot of predominantly white schools, and it's like, oh, why are you making me come here? Why are you making me push me up here? I don't belong here. Just like, it was just always a struggle, and it's like I always had to like manage to just try to overcome that at the same time, and also try to keep my head up through all that at the same time. And I just had to keep in mind, like, like, well, what really led me to really building a better relationship with God is understanding that God is like slowly disciplining you and sharpening you to really be, I don't want to say like a better warrior per se, but just to be the best version of yourself that you can for your path. It's all for the sake of your own development. And it's really just all a matter of just like following his will and then trying to like, push that positive energy out and those to the world also. Because all that negativity is going to come back to you eventually. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I feel like a lot of our parents had to deal with a whole lot of trauma, you know, unresolved trauma. But it's like, at the same token, you could do that so many times before it gets kind of tired. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and it's like, it's good that at least your parents still had the mindset that it's like, okay, like, like he's going through the thing, let's just send him back home and get him revitalized that way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that stuff like that can really help you like change your life. It all comes like once you're spiritually not say rewired, but like healed and everything, or just all that and then some. I feel like there's more things you can do, and there you can get even farther in this life than all the money, all the degrees, or anything. You know what I'm saying? So I know you're worried about the whole degree situation, but dude, even I got a degree, bro, and I'm telling you this, like my life didn't get automatically better like that. Like I'm working a job I don't even like. That's not even in my field, but it's like in hopes that I'll probably work somewhere better later on. But it's like I still try to be as positive about it even in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, but it's like as long as you have like a mindset of like where you're going and have something that you're focused on while you're getting there, I feel like you'll be fine. So it's like degree or no degree, you'll be fine, bro.
Yeah, like that's one thing that I like that you said. Like it's not even about like getting the degree as soon as possible. Like it's just like be content of where you are, because like there's so many ways of life that you can go about, and it's just like it's like a life journey, like just setting forth like what paths and what directions you want to go. You can make so many wrong turns but still reach the right final destination.
I mean, right or wrong, everybody has their own path in life and everything. Although your decisions do make or break you to a certain degree, a lot of them don't really define you ultimately at that moment. Although it's good to be mindful, like the decisions you make and the people you surround yourself with and everything. I just keep in mind that regardless, the people that you may have lost over the years or whatever, God usually ends up like replacing anyway. Everything. There's nothing that you should have that God won't replace with so much better. You know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to have like a circle of people that was going to support me and things of that nature. And I already have people that I'm meeting through the podcast, through college and everything. And although we don't hang out every single day or like we don't get connected every single day, I know that like the intentions outweigh how much time you spend around them and nothing. Like growing up, I started to realize that it's just like intentions have more of like importance than like their presence or what their status is or how much fun you have with them. It's like it's all about intentions, and you don't want to be around people who don't have good intentions for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. That's very important. Like I just had to like cut off a lot of people and know like, okay, who do I want to be with? Like who do I want to grow with people. I want to have fun with people and just like, celebrate with people, but like make sure that like we're all eating. Maybe sometimes it may not be at the same table. Maybe sometimes it may be at the same table. So like, I just want to make sure that all my friends are like growing, being successful as well. Because like I was surrounded with people that weren't really doing anything that was good, and I was doing good, and I was just like realizing, wow, I don't want to surround myself with people that are not like doing what they need to do as well. Like they just got part-time jobs, but they're not really following their passion or what they love truly do. So yeah, like I just dropped a lot of music of this year, and it was my stage name is Jodye Sage. Check it out. I dropped Year of the Tiger, Indigo Blues, Dancing in the Rain, and it was very successful. Like, and I was like, wow, like I actually accomplished so much this year. So I think that was like a really big goal that I completed this year.
And how many songs have you dropped in total this year? You haven't really kept count. You just kept dropping.
Well, I dropped the one on my birthday, December 23rd of last year, leading it into the songs of this year. So I dropped like about like seven songs that I dropped. Yeah.
Just this whole year long?
Yeah, this is whole year alone. I'm still I'm still in the looks for a producer and all that, but
Still pretty good.
yeah, like I know like God is gonna like direct me somewhere. Like I'm just being patient. So right now I'm working on beats. If I can't find a recording studio, it's just like, okay, work on beats. I've been working on beats lately, so I'm just trying to keep it up, like do what I need to do in order, like every little thing counts. So if I can't get somewhere, I can do a little bit of this, and maybe God will direct me to where I need to go. So I think that's very important, you know.
That reminds me, because I already got somebody that I know that I can work with for like 2 hours to $50 and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sure, somebody I know. But for right now, I don't know if he switched up his prices or anything. I need to get in contact with him. I haven't spoken to him in a while. This year's been crazy hectic for me. I didn't drop any songs this year, so I'm so mad at myself because I thought it was just every year it's just going to be gradually, but then it's like, you know, I had to work all types of stuff. Like, I had to go through all types of situations. Then I had to find another job. Then I had to leave that job and find another job. It's like, you know, this year was hella ghetto, man, for me especially, man. But I feel like at this stage, I feel like things are starting to turn, like, you know, positively right now. You know, like, it's just like, I feel like I need to probably apply more of my powers of manifestation a little bit more constructively, which I do when everything. I ask for a whole lot. But at the same time, it's just trying to work in that direction to get certain things in order and trying to work past that, and also trying to really realize my visions as they are. It's like it all comes down to funding, and I feel like financially, things are starting to change a little bit more. Now I got 2 jobs and everything, a part-time job and like a job at the hospital right now. So it's like, though I'm getting, so things are slowly getting better, like, and to that degree. So I might be in the studio a little bit quicker than later, and I need to talk to one of my friends and everything to see if he can hook me up with another studio to just, see what that's all about, to see, so I can have multiple studios just on hand and everything,
Yeah.
Because like this year I was supposed to I was trying to push and see if I can drop like 50 songs this year, but it's just like, that wasn't really the case. I was in the cars, which is fine. I guess I can focus more on the podcast situation, and maybe next year I could probably do that. What kind of... Sorry, so I just noticed that the ice cream was like in a cone, but it was like upside down. I'm like, wait, what? How you eating the damn shit? Sorry for this. I'm like, sorry, I got glasses. I was like, what? I know you. I was like, just trying to raise my glasses and everything. I'm like, what is going on? I can't be that high. Anyway, anywho, it's just, but yeah, man, I think you can definitely get that situated, and whatnot. I'll see, because like a lot of the artists, I've interviewed a whole lot of artists for this podcast, and one of the things I want to do after I actually get to 150 is I want to get like all their songs to put it on one playlist and see if I can probably get it out there myself. Probably try to promote it too if it's not on YouTube. Definitely want to put it out there. So it's like a lot of songs and everything from all types of people. Keep in mind, I'm trying to hit 150 episodes, man. You're 121.
You're getting there.
29 more episodes, 29 more interviews and everything, which is all good. But that's a whole lot of artists I got to put on my playlist also. So it's just like definitely want to drop merch. Definitely want to add video to the next season, which like I think now it's like I'm starting every April because like it's like I had to wait till April to start season 3, which is not going to be like 100 more episodes. It's probably going to be 50 live episodes if I can get the camera and stuff of that nature. But yeah, man, it's just like that's just the art of manifestation right there, which is something that we're definitely gonna go into right now. Because I had the whole Mental Threads podcast saying it's on my vision board and everything, and it was just something that I was thinking about doing for a while. And now it's just another thing that's like a part of me and like what I'm doing and everything, as you can see with all the many, many interviews. So how has the art of manifestation worked in your favor?
Manifestations has been going well. Like it's just like a lot of like soul contracts and like, you know, being around, like going to where God leads you to certain people. Like God leads you to certain people and like they help you heal through like certain things in your life. And they show you things and like they teach you a lot about like life lessons. So manifestations is like has been very good for me. Like I'm still like getting back on my 2 feet. So my mom told me a lot, and she's been like the best manifestation ever, and my therapist as well. Like her name is Miss McKenna, and like she's been like very good in helping me manifest, and she's always taught me to speak what you want into the universe, and it will happen. So I think that was very, very important. And it's all about just like going out there and meeting new people, like going to a yoga class or going to the gym, like taking care of yourself, your well-being, like spiritual welfare. So that means a lot, you know.
Oh, yeah, spiritual welfare and everything, it all plays this card. And in terms of like manifesting for me, it's like obviously like or the podcast, like, as far as I'm going through right now, like that's actually like actual effort I had to put into it. One thing I know I manifested was my dog for sure, which is crazy because I always wanted a dog and name him Clueless, but I didn't know like why would I want to name him Clueless. So I need to figure out why. And I saw this dog jumping in and out of the street and everything near Garinger High School. And so you know what I'm talking about, right? Near Garinger High School.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dog kept running in and out of the street and holding up traffic on my way home and everything. And I'm just like, wait, what? Why is this dog doing that? Why does he keep jumping in the street? So it's like, I just said I just pulled up on him and just said, just stick with me and everything. He's been with us for 4 years. I named him Clueless because he kept doing like clueless shit and everything. So it's just he's still at the house right now. I know you've seen my dog, right? Have you seen him?
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen him? Oh, okay.
Is he like a small?
Like a pit bull mixed dog. It's like he ain't small. He's like medium-ish. Some people think he's big.
I haven't.
Yeah, but
I've been to your house before though. So
yeah. It's just, I mean, we gotta kind of clean up right now and everything, which is something I'm gonna do this weekend. If you want to like just drop by, just say hello, just chill, whatever. You're free to do so.
Yeah.
If we're not too busy and everything of that nature.
I gotta go see your brother.
Yeah, most definitely, for sure. I mean, cause I know like when I was talking about trying to find the interviews, I know he recommended me to you and everything. I was thinking about having you on for a while, but it's out there like, well, what we talk about and everything. It's like, oh yeah, Justin's into a whole lot of like spirituality type things and stuff of that nature. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Knows me well. He knows me very well. I was shook like when you like mentioned spirituality. I was like, wow, really? Like, of course, like I'm an old soul. I'm a star seed. Like, I've been around the universe for a long time, and I'm just here to like meet new souls and like learn a lot about life, and I think it's really interesting. Yeah.
I feel like in my case, I'm an old soul just the same way too. Not the same way because everybody's different.
Yeah, everybody's different.
But I would definitely describe myself as an old soul. Definitely an empath because I can definitely feel like the feelings of others. Like, which is too crazy. Sure. Starseed, I'm not too sure. I aim to be more of a light bringer, and like I like to think internally I am because I really don't want to harm or hurt anybody. deep down. And it's just like, in terms of like light bringers, I want to bring positivity into other people's lives regardless.
Yeah.
So when people say otherwise, oh, like you do this, I guess it kind of cuts deep for me, because it's like, no, I'm not here to do anything like that. I just want to have fun with my friends, live happy, laugh and experience life head on, and stuff of that nature. And I feel like at times, like, I feel like I miss out on a whole lot of things because of my condition and everything. And I feel like, I wish I would have experienced life more hands on, like I wish I would. But I always try to look on the positive, and like, I'm still young. 24 is not old, and everything. I got 6 more years left before I hit 30, which will go crazy fast like that. But there's a whole lot that can happen in between that time, and that's why I like try to focus on my goals too, and like just focus on building my finances. Also, I wish I could go to homecoming for college this year. I would have been my first alumni homecoming, but like my schedule wouldn't really push that. Who knows? Maybe might just pull up for a day. Durham's only 2 hours away, so it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same token, I gotta prioritize myself and the things I need to do first before I do any of that and stuff of that nature, and so on and such. So it's just like, in terms of like where you think about taking this whole music thing, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I have no idea. Like, I hope I can just be able to collab with like other artists and grow. Maybe I see myself in 5 years performing. That's the next step, because I like dropped a lot of songs. I want to start performing, reach a bigger crowd, and get my messages to the people. Spread words of love and like affirmations and like so much lessons to the people, and that's what I want to do with my music.
Okay, so that's the basis of your music. You're just trying to push, like, I don't want to say self-awareness, but just kind of push like a sense of like positivity on that end, and just kind of pushing like the more more spiritual elements, but on a educational sense, like in regards to the music that you're trying to put or promote through your art. It's more like educational for the sake of spirituality, is what you're saying.
Yeah, some in some sort of way. But I like how you said like awareness of certain things, like just being self-aware is for the people who need to like be spiritually aware of like what's going on around the world, and people who needs to hear the messages, you know.
Okay, yeah, people who definitely want to hear the messages. For my case, when it comes to music and everything, it's just because I have a whole lot of ideas and concepts and everything, and I just feel like, like I feel like art is just something I feel like a lot of people need to learn to appreciate more and express themselves more through, instead of how music is today. Like, it's, oh, I killed this, or I did this, or I drive this car, I have this many hoes, which is cool and everything, but that shouldn't be like the basis of everything. Hip hop, especially, was founded on the basis of like building self awareness, all the struggles that a lot of us are facing in poverty as a people in America. So it's just like, I feel like, I don't want to say we have to go back to those roots, but I just feel like we should be able to be more expansive with what we put out creativity wise. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it just shouldn't be. It shouldn't be something like, oh, like, it shouldn't be something like people should bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, once you're an artist, it's just like you have that urge to step into the studio. You have that urge to drop music. Yeah, is that an ice cream? Oh, that's an ice cream bite. Okay, cool. It's kind of getting too cold. But anyway, but yeah, just pushing to that degree. It's just like, it's just like next year, I definitely want to drop a whole lot of music for sure, because I have nothing but concepts, and I have a whole lot of beats saved and everything. I'm actually about to buy a couple of beat packs, maybe either today or maybe in the next 2 weeks, and everything that I've been saving up on for a while. Some beat packs we have like over 100 beats. Some beat packs we have like this many beats, 10 beats, and I feel like from the beginning of this year, I had like over 1,000 beats, and I lost so much of them and everything, and I still got like a portion of them still, but I still want to get like a whole lot. I'm not gonna drop like 1,000 songs, but it's like, it's good to just have a lot, just so you can be able to
So you can just like freestyle and do whatever you want with them,
Yeah. It's like just to have that in mind, that it's like, okay, I could really go to the studio every week and drop a new song if I wanted to. It's just like, I just want to get into that habit for sure. Like, I just finished my 7th rap book this year and everything. I need to get back into doing it again. If I can at least finish like my 8th one before the end of the year, that would be amazing too. Because like in a composition book, that's like, okay, if I write into a composition book like 4 pages a day for 50 days, that's a whole composition book finished right there. So it's always something to keep in mind. It's always good to like write every day, consistency wise, if you want to get more in terms of like, try to see like how creative you can get, or like just kind of see like just trying to push the waters and like what you can do, like what kind of words, or trying to up like your songwriting ability. Keep in mind, I haven't listened to any of your songs, so I kind of feel bad for that and everything. You can pretty much listen to your songs through SoundCloud or Spotify. What's up?
Oh, my music's on Apple I'm on Apple Music, Spotify. What else? I'm on YouTube.
Okay, yeah, YouTube might be.
Yeah, everyone mostly goes on YouTube, but yeah, those are the 3 main platforms that I've been on so far. And I think I'm on Deezer as well.
Oh yeah, Deezer. Yeah, sure. I don't know what Deezer is. Like, I know they put my music on Deezer, but I'm just like, wait, who listens to Deezer?
Yeah, I go through DistroKid, so like they just randomly put my stuff on Deezer, and I was like, what is Deezer? I never heard of that before. But yeah, I think I'm just happy that I had the opportunity to just like do it and get it done.
Yeah, dude, dropping your first musical project, that's a milestone, man. That's a huge milestone in your career, because it's like now it's like you actually know like the process, like of making like a project and like making a couple music, a couple of songs and everything of that nature. So it's like, that's definitely not something to sleep on. There are some people who claim they want to do this thing but don't do shit like at all when it comes to like everything. So it's just like, even like me, I beat myself up like, man, I haven't dropped anything since April of 2021, and now it's 2022 is about to end. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can just come hard 2023 and the rest of the decade, and just like maybe 2023 is gonna be the year I make up for everything I missed out on 2022. Time is going by faster like the older you get, but it's just like, it's always keep in mind. How old are you?
I'm 22. I'm turning 23 on the 23rd, so it'll be my special year.
Yeah, Jordan year.
My Jordan year, 23.
This is my Kobe year now. I've been bullshitting both years back to back. I'm not even gonna lie. I even when I do get my degree, I still feel like I'm bullshitting. Like, it's just like, I swear, it's just like, because it's just like, I feel like I could have went harder. I could have did like more things and everything, but I feel like, it's just your mindset. It's just like, that's the cool thing about being ambitious, is that even when you're already doing things, you can never be too content on that end. But it's like, in terms of like working on yourself and being content, what are some things that you're like most grateful for in your life right now?
I'm grateful for my mom the most. Like, she's helped me out through thick and thin, like through the toughest times, like where I just broke down, and I'm just thankful for her the most. And I'm just thankful for my dad as well. Like, he's been giving me advice. My parents, well, just my parents, and been thankful that, I have people who love me around me. Just thankful for the people who matters the most in my life.
Yeah, man, and that's the thing. Your family really does come top tier and everything in regards to like what matters in life. I'm working to probably get a little bit more closer to my family and everything. I'm thinking about maybe taking some of my cousins to go trick or treat, maybe for the October before I head to work. I gotta be at work at 10:45, so it's like, maybe I could probably wear my scrubs and be like, oh yeah, this is my costume, and like I gotta clock in. But it's just, yeah, man, it's just things of that nature. It's just like, once I find time, I think after this, after we do this whole interview and everything, I think that's the first thing I'm gonna do, is like visit one of my aunties or whatever, and then talk to my cousins. Maybe take them to the park this weekend before like we go trick or treating on Halloween and stuff of that nature, because it's like really connecting with your family and stuff. That's one thing I learned, like when my grandfather passed this year. It's just like, we really all that we have when we think about it. Like, your friends can come and go, and like you can pick your friends, and they can also become family also over the years. But it's like, the family that you start with is the family that you got. You know what I'm saying? And that's just always a thing and stuff of that nature. So it's just like, in terms of like your spiritual journey, where you say that you're at like currently right now, like what stage, how would you describe the stage you're at currently right now?
Well, I've been just in contact with my angels and my spirit guides. So it's just about like, just like raising myself back up. because I still been through a lot, and I feel like this time going back into school, like they have my back. Like it's just like about like getting shit done. It's just about getting shit done and like continue my success from this year of like dropping music, like continuing. It's just like to be continued, and I'm working on that. Like so, it's just about pushing forward, moving on, moving forward with my life.
Yeah, man, I feel that, man. So I wish you probably would have went to an HBCU, man. I feel like you would have gotten more support. Like I feel like you would kill it at NCA&T because I know their engineering program is pretty cool, pretty dope too out there. And now, like I'm a Central person, it's just like that's our rival and everything. But it's at the same token, it's just like, I still feel like college and education is very crucial to development, especially of young black males in general. And I feel like as long as you got your eye on the ball in regards to like what you want to do and how you want to do it, and they also got things on the other side that you want to do to actually keep you sharp and everything from the music thing. And outside of music and engineering, what are some other things that you're interested in? I know spirituality is one of them, but what's another thing that you're interested in?
What am I interested in? I mean, besides music.
Are you interested in anime?
Oh, I am interested in anime. I've
Not that you're interested in anime. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah,
No, just
it's
playing.
been a while, but yeah, I'm actually up to date with One Piece. Like I watched like all the 1,000 episodes. So
Oh wow, you're an OG for real, man.
Yeah.
Because like it's gonna take
I had to start. I started like back in like I think it was like 2018.
Okay.
Yeah,
So it took you 4 freaking years to catch up with One Piece.
well, I've been catched up with it since like of 2021, so it's been like 3 years. But I love One Piece. Like Luffy just reminds me of myself because like I'm just like that person that likes to like just be there for the people. Like he's the captain. He's the people. He's the guy that like knows everyone well, and he likes to support everyone, and he's the strongest out of all of them. But my favorite, my favorite is actually Zoro. Zoro is just a badass. Like, with his like swords and like he's like the three styled swordsman. So I think he's like amazing. He's dope. I also have like a One Piece sweater of Luffy's wanted picture of like the 400 billion berries, I think is how much he was worth. But like, yeah, I think it's dope.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. It's just like that whole world building. And it's like to know that out of the big three, because I know it was Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. Dragon Ball Z, obviously, but it's like they kind of ended for a while and then came back in the theaters with the Dragon Ball Super. Have you seen the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie?
I haven't been on Dragon Ball like that, but
I
like
wanted to see it so bad and everything, but they're not in theaters.
I seen Broly a few years back when Broly dropped.
Yeah, I saw that when it was in theaters and everything. I'm still waiting for Dragon Ball Super Superhero to drop though, like on streaming services. Cause I didn't get to see it in theater. I was hoping that by the time I get my first paycheck, that it would still be in theaters, but it's not. So I'm like, damn, big damn. Like, gosh, I wish I would have went and everything. But that's just one of those things in life. You really can't. You can't. You just don't know how things are gonna be and stuff of that nature. So it's just like, yeah, man, like anime is one of those things in life that I feel like it really kind of teaches young black males, especially like to be strong and everything through adversity. And I feel like I relate to a lot of the characters and stuff of that nature.
Yeah,
I
feel like anime was my escape during high school. Like I didn't want to talk to anyone, but just like imagine myself being in like an anime world where I have like magical powers, where I didn't have to just go to a school and learn about like math or English. I just wanted to like go to a school and learn like magic or do some type of cool shit where I can just like fly on a magic carpet and do cool tricks. But yeah, anime was my big escape, and like I actually wanted to go to Japan one day, go to Asia and like learn about like the culture, and because of like anime, like it has Japan has like a lot of anime background, and culture, and I'm very interested in going. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely something to consider, man. Like, no, seriously, it's just like, especially with traveling. Japan is definitely on my list too, especially. Amongst places like Brazil and Cancun and stuff of that nature. But it's just, I don't know. I feel like Japanese. Yeah, definitely Japanese culture. I feel like the Japanese and Black American culture, we definitely gotta build better relations because we seem to have an adoration for everything that each other's doing. Like I know a lot of Japanese people are really really deep into like hip hop and everything, and really like hip hop and stuff of that nature, and just like, the Asian culture, like the Wu-Tang Clan, or just us just really like adoring anime and all their characters. It's like, I feel like, why aren't we like closer as a people, like Black and Asian, like relations in general and stuff of that nature? I mean, just a side note question. Well, what do you think? Why? You want me to get better?
Yeah. The I feel like it has like there's a lot of the culture intermixes, and like we learn from each other. Like just hip hop, like you said, like there's a lot of Japanese hip hop and like dance crews, and there's like cool, like each culture, they like we look within and like we interpret it into our own style, and it just becomes something different each time we do it. Even in the Black culture, like hip hop, where hip hop sad, or how people dance and the way they move and how they groove to the beat. So it's just like a global thing, and it's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful thing.
Yeah, man, it's very beautiful and stuff of that nature and everything. What are some things that I know transitioning back, but what are some things that you look forward to once again in regards to like going back to Nigeria for until like December and stuff like that?
I just want to celebrate with my family, like just to start off a new year, and just like be there for my grandfather, most importantly, just to show love for my grandfather for finally making it to 100 years. So I just want to be there for him and just be in prayers, and for my grandmother as well. My grandma took care of me so much. She cared for me when I was down, when I was going through it. So I'm just like going to be in prayers for her the most.
Okay, that's
Praying
wonderful.
that she lives up to 100 years as well. She's already in her 90s, so she's getting there.
Yeah, definitely want to meet up with my great grandmother again before she, because she's getting close to 100 herself. And, like my great grandmother's here, but my grandfather ain't there. Ain't that weird? But anyway, it's just one of those things, man. I definitely want to go back to my roots in Liberia and reconnect with my family as soon as I can. Glad we got technology where we can like FaceTime each other and everything, which is like weird, but but it's like that's just how life is. So
Yeah.
stuff of that nature. And I know, like, in the next coming years, you definitely see yourself trying to perform and everything. And, like, another thing I feel that can help you with that, because I know you probably want to start performing more locally and stuff, but maybe one day you want to perform at a festival. There's a service, and I talk about this, like, on so many of my episodes of the artists called Crowd Freak, and they got a distribution service called Distro Freak and stuff of that nature. So it's like Crowd Freak is an organization that helps with artist development and also help hook artists up to perform at festivals. This could be a 420 fest with artists like Currency, Wiz Khalifa, or even like Smoke Dizza or something like that. Or they could hook you up with something called Henny and Hamburgers. Well, yeah, I know it sounds like people just be like, just chilling, eating Henny, drinking Henny, and like eating some hamburgers at the festival. But there's also a musical acts, and also they also got backwoods and backfires and everything. I think that's how they call it. Yeah, they got a whole lot of stuff. They even got Scary Hours, which is like a Halloween theme festival for music, and they also got something called Goosebumps, which is coming up soon for Halloween. And everything. It's just stuff of that nature. Like they can really hook people up, And I think I found them in an ad one day. So since then, I just been kind of locked in with them and trying to tell them that I'm gonna work with them as soon as I really start dropping music again. I'm thinking about re-dropping my first mixtape, like like a 1.2 version where I put a whole lot of remixes to songs and everything along with like the original songs and stuff. So I already picked out all the beats and everything. It's really just a matter of just getting back in that studio again. So it's like I'm really gonna re-release it through a Digital Freak, a service that they have, which is like Crowd Freak, but now they can actually hook you up with festival performances and opportunities.
Do you rap?
Yeah, I drop a mixtape, man.
Okay.
I've been talking about mixtape this whole time.
You gotta show me your music, man.
Yeah, it's on my page. It's on my page.
On your page?
Yeah, you can look on my link tree. I can send you like the SoundCloud link through text if you like, and then whenever you have time.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And if you want, you can just send me your music also through IG or text message or however you want to do it. We can just pretty much listen to each other's stuff. But back on your music and everything, why is it that you chose the theme of the Year of the Tiger and stuff of that nature?
The Year of the Tiger spoke to me because, like, when I was in Nigeria, like, I always, like, my spirit animal came to me, and he was telling me, like, you're a tiger. So, like, not actually saying that I'm a tiger, but, like, being a tiger comes with so many characteristics of, like, being courageous, being strong. The tiger represents so much, and I was actually born in '99. I'm the year of the rabbit, but like the year of the tiger was like this year. So it just everything just like came together at the right time, and I was like, wow, okay, year of the tiger. Like my first single was Tiger, and then I finally dropped the Year of the Tiger of this year. So yeah, it was more of like just like about like who I was, and like I'm a freedom fighter. Like Tiger is a freedom fighter. Tiger never gives up. Like Tiger finishes strong. So yeah.
I mean, and they adapt to a lot of like environments too. Like that's another thing. I was born on the Year of the Tiger. I wanted to drop a mixtape called Year of the Tiger and everything too, but it's like, damn, like, you know, I ain't had the funding and stuff of that nature. But it's like, it's all good.
But I'm interested in the Chinese zodiac. Like, I think it's very interesting. I love yin and yang. I like Buddha too. I think Buddha's pretty dope. I like Jesus too. Like, they're really good figures in the culture
For spirituality and stuff of that nature.
Yeah, for spirituality. So
yeah, I had a Buddha statue. I need to get another one, but then I need to get one that's jade. I feel like that would really.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
I only got some bamboo sticks in my room actually. It's literally, I need to check and see. I need to really start feeding up my bamboo again because I've had that bamboo stick since Dreamville Fest this year, and I think they're getting close to releasing ticket deals and everything. I definitely want to be on top of that as soon as possible. Definitely don't want to sleep through that because I gotta go to Dreamville Fest 3 times in a row, man. I gotta keep it going straight and everything. One day I definitely want to perform at Dreamville Fest. I know I will one day. I don't know if it's next year or the year. Definitely not this upcoming year, but it's like maybe like the year after that, whatever. I know by the end of this decade I would definitely perform at Dreamville Fest for sure. Like Rolling Loud maybe, but Dreamville Fest I need to because that's like the first music festival I went to, and it's also the first one I actually went consistently to. So
okay.
So it's like well, what are some music goals that you want to knock off and sure just stuff that you want to manifest or stuff of that nature, work for?
I just want to like grow on my craft. Like I want to make better songs. I want to I just want to express myself 100% and like get out. I want to get an album out. I want to get an album out for sure.
You can do that.
Yeah.
You could definitely do that. I'll see if I can get in contact with any more producers in the area or studios to see if they can hook me up with something. I know like this one guy really hooked me up with a really, really smooth deal, and he got some new equipment since then. So it's just like, but that was a while ago, so I don't know if he had more equipment to make it more professional, and he's still trying to keep the same deals for me also. So it's just like, I mean, it's just 2023 could be a very, very wonderful year in terms of like creativity. It's really just a matter of just how much you're trying to invest into it. So like your goal is like pretty much just drop a whole album next year for sure, or just like very soon.
Very soon. I'm not sure when, but if I can like get things rolling back of how it was, because like I had a producer that I was working with, but he moved to Raleigh, so yeah. So it's just like I just been looking for a producer, so I just been working on beats just to do it a little as I can. so I can like finally get back to recording, because I love recording so much. Like it was just so fun just to hear my voice like on the radio, not the radio, but like this like the speakers.
Yeah, man. Listening to yourself is like a wild experience because sometimes I'd be messing with it and so I'm like, dang, I should have did that better. Oh my god, you lose so much breath.
It is very
and
emotional.
everything.
It's very emotional because like a studio session that might not go good, you're like, oh, like you're just so emotionally drained because like it's something that like you really love to do and you don't want to mess up on it. Like it's like a passion, and like once you're like really engaged in your passion, like and you just have like an off day, it's just like it really hurts. Like it really hurts, but you just got to keep pushing and keep fighting for how you want your sound to go. So yeah, that's all I can say about that.
Yeah, man. No, seriously, man. Like, there's so many times I had to re-record certain verses because I sounded tired or everything like that. That's why I try to change it up. I try to drink some Coca-Cola or something like that, just to get me ready just to keep me awake and everything. So it's like I'll be like, and it'd be like I had to re-redo that whole verse and everything, like da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I had to like really like come with like a certain energy. So the cool thing about going through that experience is like at least I know exactly how to like write a song and how I want to do it or what works for me. Definitely got to put the timestamps down for like when the hook is gonna go, where the verses are gonna go, and just kind of pushing it forward from that end. So it's just like it's all process. It's all really much a process. What's your process when it comes to writing a song? You be listening to beats again and again and again. I like what's up.
It just naturally comes to me. I'm a naturally good writer. Like I just like feel the beat and it's like, okay, where is this taking me? And I love poetry. Like I write a lot of poetry, so I'm a very good songwriter. It just comes to me naturally. It's just like a gift from God.
I wouldn't say it was like a gift from God for me. It's more like just me just constantly listening to music and just that urge to just like this will make for a good song, or like this hook could go for this song, this could do this. It's just like your mind is just generated, it's just instantly just lit up by things like that and creativity, stuff of that nature. So it's just like I could feel that to that degree and everything. But all right, since we already pretty much passed the hour mark and everything, we got to come to a close up pretty soon and stuff. Is there anything else you want to let the audience know before we go off? So
My message to you today is just like live your purpose and keep working on your craft, whatever you do, whatever type of art, whatever you're passionate about. So just keep pushing and just show love for it. Put all your heart into it. That's all I can say.
oh, okay, yeah, no, most definitely. It's not definitely got to go hard in everything that you do, whether if it's podcasting, music, or just anything in life. Whether you want to do modeling or whatever, it's definitely good to keep your mind sharp with so many different things and stuff of that nature. I appreciate you, Justin, for hopping on for the Mental Threats podcast, episode 121. We literally started out from Queens Grand and everything. It's crazy. You're like one of my brother's friends. I haven't mentioned it not one time like through this whole episode, which is wonderful because I need to stop talking about that place. But it's just like, but yeah, it's crazy how people can pretty much start from there and everything, and it's like how we pretty much grow into ourselves. We never lose ourselves entirely, but we really grow into ourselves. Yeah, we start to kind of change for the better and stuff of that nature. So it's good that we're all like, even though we're still trying to make it, it's good that we're in like a good positive place right now.
Yeah, for real.
But that's it for the Mental Threats podcast. We sewn in and now we're sewing out.